Apa ni? Petang-petang apa? Macam mana aku nak pergi kerja? Hello, polis?
Hello? Police.
Officer, why this thing happen to me? You see lah. And my key also, you see?
So, sir, can I check? Do you owe any money from Kingston?
No, sir.
Ma'am, my officers will record a statement from you. Thank you.
Hi, man. What time did you leave home?
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Bedok North NPC Crime Strike Force Officer Wen Xin. I'd like to ask you some questions about the harassment case. Come this way, please.
Sir, based on the latest report from the Crime Strike Force network, there was a spike in loan harassment cases yesterday. In total, 2 flats had their gates secured with a bicycle lock, and 8 motorcycles had their ignition keyholes blocked with a white residue. The motorcyclists claimed that they had not borrowed money from loan sharks, and preliminary check states that they're telling the truth.
From what we can determine, the 2 bicycle locks used were of the same color, model and brand, and the white residue found in the motorbikes seems to be super glue.
We also did a comparison on the debtor's note found at each crime scene. All of them had the same name and phone number. In addition, they seem to be written using the same colored marker and the same type of paper. Handwriting analysis states that there's a 97% likelihood that they were written by the same person.
Have you traced the phone number?
Yes, but unfortunately, it registered to a foreign national and has left the country since.
What about a name?
I ran that name through our database. No hits.
Must be a newbie then. Are the cases all in the same area?
No, they were spread across several HDB estates: Toa Payoh, Sengkang, Bedok, and Punggol.
Okay, Nicole. Send an alert through the Crime Strike Force network to look out for our Loanshark harasser and its method of operations. Hardy, look through all the police camera footage to see if you can get an image of the suspect in any of the cases.
I'll start on it right away.
Thank you.
Our suspect struck again. We just got a report which matches a spat of cases from yesterday. Look, the debtor's note matches those of the previous notes. The Toa Payoh Crime Strike Force went down to the scene and managed to pull out police camera footage with the suspect in it.
He came on the 8th floor, but the victim's flat is on the 6th floor. What makes you think he's the suspect?
Take a look. definitely something fishy going on. He went up to the 8th floor, but came down from the 5th floor. He only spent 5 minutes upstairs. And nobody else was seen exiting or entering the lift for at least half an hour before the police report was made.
But he's wearing a bandana. It's going to be difficult to identify him conclusively.
Well, at least now we know that he's an Eat Now delivery rider. That explains how he can hit so many places in one day. Hadi, can you check with Eat Now to see if there were any deliveries to that block during the time when the crime was committed?
Okay.
Nicole, contact POCC to see if they can trace the route of the suspect. If we're lucky, we might get a lead, or the suspect might have taken off his bandana at some point in time.
Yes, sir.
Any updates?
I've checked with Eat Now. There were no deliveries yesterday to the block around the time the crime was committed.
Nicole?
POCC managed to trace the suspect route from Toa Payoh to Bedok, but they lost him somewhere at the Bedok North Private Housing Estate. So I enlisted the help of the Bedok Crime Strike Force. I told them the area the police cameras lost the suspect.
The suspect was last spotted at this location. Jones, you cover the left. Mei Jing, you cover the right, and I'll cover the front. Let's go.
Armed with that information, they went on the ground to see if they could track his movements. They managed to find out that the suspect had delivered food to one of the residents there. So they got the Eat Now delivery order number from her.
Was the suspect still wearing his bandana?
Yes, that's why the resident remembered him. Luckily, she had installed a security system, and the Bedok North Crime Strike Force officers were able to retrieve the CCTV footage from her to confirm his identity. This was what they sent us. And comparing the photo from Toa Payoh Crime Strike Force, they are the same person.
Okay, good work. I will head down to Eat Now to see what they can tell us about the suspect. Hi, Victoria. I'm SIO Stanley. We spoke earlier. Here's my card. Did you manage to run the checks based on the order ID and delivery address that we sent earlier?
Yes, the delivery rider partner assigned was Clifford Lim Mao Tian. He's in our employee database.
Do you have his residential address?
Yes, of course.
When did he join you?
Let me check. He's a new delivery rider partner actually. Joined us just a month ago.
Do you have all his previous deliveries as well as the addresses?
Yes.
Can you send them to me?
Okay, I'll compile that right away and email it to you.
Okay, thank you. By the way, please do not alert Clifford about our investigations. If he calls you, please contact me.
Definitely.
Thank you. Suspect is Clifford Lim Mao Tian, 35. His registered address, 894A, Tampines Street 91, unit number 0504. He has no prior records or any known association with loan sharks. We have eyes on his address right now. He's currently out of house. But based on the last couple of days, we've established that he usually comes back home at about 6 p.m. Okay, it's time to bring the suspect in. Let's plan an ambush. Contact the Toa Payoh, Sengkang and Bedok North Crime Strike Forces for a case conference.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is our suspect, Lim Mao Tian. He's been linked to over 10 Loanshark harassment cases in the past 3 days. This is his registered address. Current surveillance shows that he's not at home right now, but a pattern has been established that he's home around 6 p.m. Okay, time now is 4 p.m. So we'll set up an ambush for him when he comes back. Suspect is an Eat Now delivery rider, so he will be on an e-scooter when he comes back. Guys, I want you to be careful in this ambush. Block all exits and secure the area. We don't want anyone to get hurt if he decides to bolt. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Nico and myself will be at the lift landing of the block. Team B, stand by at the car park and cover the entrance of the block. Team C, cover the lift landing exit and stand by to move in together. Team D, Secure the perimeter.
Team B, subject spotted on e-scooter.
Roger, acknowledged. Suspect spotted approaching towards the void deck now. Team A, over to you now.
Team C, stand by. Hold. Hold. Now. Police. Sir, can you please step up? Please step up. Are you Clifford Lim Mao Tian?
Yes? What is this about?
I'm SIO Stanley. You're under arrest for harassment on behalf of unlicensed money lenders. Cuff him.
No, sir. Must be a mistake, right? Must be a mistake,
We'll
right,
see
sir?
about that. We'll see about
Must
that.
be a mistake.
Yeah.
Must be a mistake. Go.
All right, let's go up. Search the room. Are all of these yours? Seize them. Let's go.
Yes. I wrote the notes and put super glue in the ignition keyholes of the motorbikes. Sometimes I also lock the gates of the flats with bicycle locks. But sir, I have no choice.
Why?
Hello?
Clifford, I've been trying to call you, no? Where's my money?
I really cannot pay you back. Please give me more time.
I've given you enough chances to pay up already. Time's up. Unless you want to be famous.
Please, is there anything I can do for you?
I already told you what you can do.
It's illegal.
Remember the video?
Yes. I can't do that.
Then, prepare to be famous.
But...
Is it what you want, Clifford? To be famous?
No.
It's just take a click, and then boom, everyone would know.
Okay, I do it.
Good. I won't show the video to anyone then. You made the right choice.
So I did what he told me to do. He promised that he would deduct $200 from my loan for every person I went after. He said all I had to do was to leave notes at their flats and lock their gates with bicycle locks. If I couldn't do that, he said to put super glue into the ignition keyholes of the motorbikes in the multi-story car parks. Even if the owners of the motorbikes didn't owe him money, it didn't matter, because the owners of the motorbike would get angry with the borrowers and make trouble for them. After every assignment, I'll take a picture and message him to confirm what I've done.
Do you have all those messages?
No, I deleted all of them.
Do you have the name and the phone number of the guy?
He told me it was Kingston. His number is on my phone. I can show you, sir.
Sir, how did it go?
Well, I've got Kingston's number, but unfortunately, it's an overseas number. But I found out what Kingston had on Clifford. Kingston made Clifford record this video as collateral before lending him the money.
My name is Clifford Lim Mao Tian. IC number S8401235H. I took a $30,000 loan from Kingston.
Clifford Lim Mao Tian was convicted of multiple offences under the Moneylenders Act and was sentenced to 26 months imprisonment, 9 strokes of the cane, and a fine of $30,000. In the case you have just seen, the accused committed close to 20 acts of harassment where the property of innocent victims was damaged. Crime Strike Force officers from various land divisions worked closely with officers from the Criminal Investigation Department to conduct extensive investigations to ascertain the identity of the accused. Clifford Lim Mao Tian was eventually arrested within 4 days of the first reported crime. Members of the public are advised to stay away from loan sharks and not to work with or assist the loan sharks in any way. If you require a loan, do engage the services of licensed moneylenders, listed on the Ministry of Law's Registry of Moneylenders website.
Have you ever received a suspicious-looking SMS that appeared to be from the bank? They are actually spoofed SMSs used by scammers to trick victims into thinking that the messages were from the bank. In the first half of 2020, 898 cases were reported, which is more than 20 times of what was reported in the first half of 2019. As a result, $3.6 million was lost to these scammers, as compared to $93,000 in 2019. In these cases, victims would receive a message allegedly from the bank informing them that their bank accounts had been blocked by local law enforcement agencies due to security issues. To restore the bank account, victims are required to click on a link within the message, which leads to a phishing website that resembles the official website of a bank. Victims would then be requested for their personal particulars, internet banking details, and one-time passwords. After providing the details, the victims would later discover that unauthorized transactions were made from their bank accounts. To avoid becoming a victim of such scams, here are some tips. Never click on URL links in unsolicited text messages. Always verify the authenticity of the information with official websites or sources. Never disclose your personal details, internet banking details, or one-time password to anyone. If you see any suspicious charges on your credit card or debit card, report it to your bank and cancel your card immediately. Let's take active steps to protect ourselves and our loved ones and be a scam-wise community. If you need advice, please call our anti-scam helpline at 1-800-722-6688 or go to www.scamalert.sg. You can now download Scam Shield on your mobile phone to protect yourself from scam calls and SMSs. Here's Hazel to tell you more.
Did you know that $41.3 million was lost to scammers in the first quarter of 2020 alone? This is a 27.9% increase as compared to the same period last year. To protect yourself from scam calls and SMSs, download the new Scam Shield app. It's a useful app that filters scam messages and calls to your phone so that you don't have to waste precious time dealing with them anymore. It also does not collect or store any personal data. So how does this app work? This app identifies and filters out scam messages through the identification of keywords using artificial intelligence. If the app assesses the message to be a scam, it will automatically be moved to a junk folder. These scam numbers will also be reported and blocked. Blacklisted phone numbers used by scammers will be blocked by the app. If you receive a scam call or SMS, Scam Shield gives you a quick and easy way to report it. Scam Shield will also alert you about the latest scams, so you'll always be in the know. So what are you waiting for? Download Scam Shield now to protect yourself from scams.
We have come to the end of this episode of CrimeWatch. I'm ASP Joshua Jesudasan. Until next time, do your part to prevent, deter, and detect crime.